Alright, the microphone's on, the audio's on, OBS is on, the video's on. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. We're all on for game number 3 of the quarterfinals. We're back in Detroit. We're 2-0 up against the Chicago Blackhawks. And we're ready, hopefully, to make it 3-0. And why on earth was that guy offside for so long? It's not what we wanted to do. In the last video, we were already 1-0 up. And I did listen to that last video back for quite a while because I was laughing about what I was talking about during it. But there was quite a lot of shit talking in the last video. So we're going to do more ice hockey talk in this video. But it didn't stop me enjoying it. It never stops me enjoying the game. I've got to be honest, guys. This game is just so playable. NHL 94, is it one of my top 10 Desert Island games? You know, replayable games until the end of the time. You know, I think about this a lot. I'd have to say yes. Because if someone asked me, like, 10 games you can play forever, there are certain games that it might not necessarily... Like, something might be in my top 10 games of all time, but it's not so replayable that I would have it as one of the 10 games I can play forever. But I think NHL 94 is in my top 10 in both regards, you know. Top 10 replayable and just outright top 10. Probably. Anyway, I can think about that list. I did think about doing a video for that YouTube video because I think it'd be interesting, but I've spoken a lot of the games that are on there, and about 6 or 7 years ago I did videos for my favourite games of the 2000s and then whatever the friggin' hell the decade was that we were last in. I can't remember what it's called. The 10s. Robert Brown going in for 2 minutes. And to be fair, this has not been a fun start to the game. But I'll tell you something, Steve Yzerman, he heard me talking shit. And he thought he'd make it just that little bit more exciting. There's always something quite surprising. It takes me aback. Oh my days, 2 quick-fire goals, of course I like buzzes, it's Shepherd. Eisebert and Lindstrom assisting. But it takes me aback when the goaltender goes for a glove save and he doesn't succeed and it goes past him. You don't see that as often as the animation where the goaltender tries to just save it but he doesn't even get there. Like he just moves his body across. I can't explain it. But I hope someone out there knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, after a slow start, we're 2-0 up. That could have been 3. Yeah, I hope we're good for the Stanley Cup here. I'm very excited to test out my new upload. Obviously, I made a video. Well, it's a few days ago when I uploaded the video. When you guys see this, it'll be a few weeks ago. But 10-minute video just explaining where the fuck I've been for the last 3 months, for anyone wondering. And it, you know, 1080p. The video was about 11 minutes in length. It's free. And I think it was about 1 gigabyte in size, and it uploaded pretty quickly, but with a video of that size, you can't get a great grasp on if it's quicker than your previous upload speed, but once I start uploading videos that are bigger than, I don't know, 4 or 5 gig. Oh my days, this could be a big scoreline. We'll get an idea on how quick these videos are going to upload. I'm going to be halving the time, halving time with my new ISP, my new contract for my broadband. My upload has gone from 20 to, on average, and I've been doing a speed test.net every day. Oh, Jesus Christ, that should be 5. On average, we're talking between 40 and 47 But it has been averaging 47, but I mean, Christ almighty, if it stays at 40, it's still doubled what I had before. It's 20. So, yeah. Very quick. In the UK, these kinds of speeds are new for us. They really are. And now fibre is literally everywhere, and it's going to be... The future's going to be shit and fast. .234, Chicago got to go back. I think it was Sutter. Oh my lord, and I think that is the first goal that man has scored with a walking in from his slumber, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy spoke in the game today. Jesus Christ, they want a third. Always gets me, that song, man. There's some like songs that are very popular and the mainstream songs, and they lose their luster. Oh, it's like, fucking hell, that song again. And you've heard it a long time and many times before, and they just lose something. I've not got any examples off the top of my head. I don't know what to use an example of, but it's like, I don't know, Losing My Religion by R.E.M., for example. But that's one that hasn't lost its luster, in my opinion. I think that's one of the best songs ever made. But some people won't, and hey, that's music, that's subjectivity. But oh, yeah, that song hasn't lost its luster. So Jezza by Pearl Jam, and that's a song where the the subject matter, if you know, you know, does play a big part, not only to the video but to the lyrics. And yeah, it's just so good. But hey, we've now got whoever's in the modern charts these days, Miss Sabrina Carpenter. I've got a few things to say about that woman, but it's not about her music. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 5:33. Oh, look at that. Oh, and it fucking bounces off the stick, you piece of shit. The next goal here is going to be absolutely vital. If they get it, it's really game on. If we get it, I'm not going to say it's game over, but... Oh, it's unassailable, but it's certainly not unassailable. Steve Lama, the Sting lookalike. Have a look at his face in NHL 94, ladies and gentlemen. He has got another goal back, and Goulet dancing through, number 24 on a breakaway now. It's a fight from nowhere. Probert again. Steve Schmidt. Punched quite a few times. Baiting out his attack. Oh, it's not working though. Oh, I got the next punch in. Oh, yes, there we have it. Spoke of in the last video, I think it was. Why, when you have a fight in this game, does the player's head explode? It's just random. It's just random. I said that when I knew the player that lost the fight, he'd already lost one fight. And the first time his head exploded, and the second time it didn't. And I was like, is it because his head's already exploded? But that was his first fight, of course, and no, his head didn't explode, so it's just RNG. Exploding heads. Bloaty heads. You know, one of the games I was playing when I had no Wi-Fi. I once did a classics video of it. I've spoke about it quite a few times. There was a spiritual successor to the game, but I never gave it a chance, and maybe I should. Theme Hospital. It's my I think it's my favourite. Like, oh, that would have been 5-3. He was primed to shoot. But yeah, I just find Theme Hospital so satisfying until those goddamn earthquakes come into the game. And for me, I think they were in the game. I really do. Such a fun game that is silly, but also you can imagine it somehow be, even though it's not realistic, you can imagine it is. And oh yes, what a great goal. That was a placement shot, but also a slap shot at the same time. Steve Yzerman, ladies and gentlemen. It's 5 goals to 3. I thought that was offside, but it's not, and I'm not going to complain. How the hell did they get the puck there? Attack v defense, number 23. And he nearly, the Chicago defenseman, put it into his own net there. Ooh, that nearly went under Ed Belfour's legs. Goaltender spills it. There hasn't been many dull moments between these two teams so far. This game started dull and it's turned into an absolute barnstormer. What does that mean? Barnstormer. You heard that terminology before? Barnstormer. Why is there a storm in a barn? Why is that exciting? Why is that good? And what the fucking hell? Who came up with that shit? Ooh, my ears itchy. Alexander Hilly 123 giving you some interesting questions during this video, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have the answers? Ooh. Oh no, I just picked a tired line. I wonder what would happen in it. Well, I know what would happen. It'd be a ball ache and not as fun, but can you imagine in this game if you left line changes on and constantly picked the tired line? Oh my god. I wonder how easy the game would be, because my players are knackered. I'm changing. Oh, will it let me? Yeah, it will. I accidentally picked the knackered line and my players can barely move. It's horrible. A new set of legs out there now. Oh, nice. Dun, dun, I wanted to be with you alone. Da, da, da. He was doing head over heels. Tears of Fears there, ladies and gentlemen. What we always reference. Whee! When players get knocked down like that. I don't know what song we can reference when they get smashed in the face by a puck. Just want to get to the end of the second period. 5-3 up. Oh, bounce off Yzerman's stick. Great save by Belfour. 5-3, end of the second period. We're getting close now to the semi-finals. I think we're going to make it. Ladies and gentlemen, professional streamer right here, but I'm just checking the England score. We're playing Albania tonight in the Football World Cup qualifiers. Keep forgetting the next World Cup. I think it's in Mexico, Canada and America. I'm still saying that is one hell of a logistical nightmare. I don't know how they're going to make it work. Absolutely daft, man. And England are 1-0 up at half-time. Not really good enough against Albania. And Lewis Skelly has scored. What a fucking name. That's his surname. It's a double-barrel surname. And I think he plays for Arsenal, I think. Not sure. But we should be getting a second and a third. To be honest. Again, I don't know the strength of Albania these days. Some of those nations have got some good players, but... Oof, just over the net. Football content to come, ladies and gentlemen. FIFA 98 Road to World Cup. It's too easy for me to pick England. It's too easy for me to pick them. I've done it during ISS Pro 98 and ISS Pro Evolution 2. We're not doing that. We're picking a random goddamn team. When it gets uploaded, that series, you'll already know because it'll be in the title who I'm playing as. Because I've obviously got to advertise it on YouTube, but I'm going in completely blind and I will not know what team I'll be playing as. I'm excited, I'll be honest. and that'll be uploaded before this. I wanted to record this first because I know what I'm getting myself in for. But with FIFA 98, yeah, I've played the game, but I've never recorded it. And I don't really expect to win the World Cup, so it's just going to be for a laugh and a little series that's something different. What a goal that is. Jeremy Roenick. I've angered the man. How dare you talk about soccer, he's saying. Whilst I'm playing ice hockey. Jezza, I do apologise. I remember one of the guys in the NHL 94 forums. He had his cartridge. I'm sure Jeremy Roenick signed lots of cartridges, but yeah. Someone signed his NHL 94 cartridge. I still remember when I bought NHL 94 in my town. Some place called Cash Generator. Like a second-hand shop for electronics and shit. They did games back in the day as well. I don't know if Cash Generator itself... Oh, just over. Still is going? It might be. But they've got different names now. There's different ones. Or I don't know if Cash Generator became a different place. But anyway. And I remember buying it and saying to my friend, like, this is the best ice hockey game. Because I'd never played it in the 90s. Well, I did, but I rented it. I never owned it, though. And I mainly played EA Hockey. And this... Oh, how did that go over the net? And that was 2000 to 2001. So Mega Drive games weren't made by then. But it's only, you know, looking back now, it's kind of crazy. Because I remember my dad kicking off because I wanted to get my Mega Drive out of the loft, out of the attic. And that was 2000, 2001. And he was saying, they don't make them anymore, and you can't get anything for Mega Drive, and this, that, and other. And yet, the Mega Drive stopped production, I think, officially in either 97 and 98. Now, obviously, it was a few years before then that... You know, the Mega Drive was still being made, but it was just more mainly sports games and games that had like a 32-bit version, you know, from 96 onwards, 95 onwards, to be honest. Let me just stretch my legs here, guys, in my shirt. Oh, fucking hell. But yeah, it just made me laugh how 3 or 4 years went by, and already it's like, yeah, they don't make those games anymore, and obviously it just couldn't be arsed going into the loft, but these days, like, 4 years has flashed in the moment, and in the blink of an eye, and back then, 3 or 4 years seemed like a lifetime. And I guess the same could be said about the fact that in just over a year, it's the World Cup, and the World Cup qualifying have just started. And when I was a kid, it was like, oh no, World Cup in 4 years, it's going to seem so long till it happens. And now it's like, yeah, it's here again. Scary, it really is scary. Anyway, enough talking about that depressing shite. I'm playing ice hockey here, and it's 7-4 again. That was the score of the last game. And a lot of heads are bleeding. Oh, and he gets smashed by the puck on the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Dirkie Graham. Absolute carnage here. Look at this. Head split open. Possible life-changing injuries, they're saying. And then he gets smashed in the face by a puck. Prayers for Dirk. His name Dirk? Dave? I can't remember his name. Hits the bar. Ooh. I'm spinning around. Get out of my way, ladies and gentlemen. Kylie Minogue's in the mid-50s. She still looks absolutely unbelievable. Oh my lord. There we have it. Great saves there by Tim Cheveldae. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Vladimir Konstantinov is going in the penalty box. Christ almighty, that's the most Russian name I've ever heard in my life. Here's another one. It's Sergei Fedorov. Too late. Oh, third time of asking, I think. Assisted by Ronak and Belfort. A lot of things happening at the moment on this game where I like to just go back to the instant replays. No other sports game has had me reaching for the instant replay button as much as this. Like, what happens there? Look at that. Look at the puck getting caught up between the goaltender and the goal. That's what fascinated me there. He gets the puck back immediately. 148. 7-5. Let's see if they pull the goaltender. They might do. Any UK people are just non-ice hockey loving Europeans. That's a terminology they use over there, pulling the goaltender. It's not sexual. It means just bringing the goaltender out. Oh, hey, they've pulled the goaltender. When I do NHL 95, 6, 7, 8, ladies and gentlemen, in the future, we'll be doing it with random teams and probably on pro difficulty because I want to... It depends. I've never played All-Star. I said this in a previous video. Never played All-Star in those older games, so I'll have to see. I have to get my game on. And be a smash mouth all-star. Ooh, just over the goal. All na 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 na. Oh, he's shooting blanks. I remember my friend back in high school, he gave me a CD with loads of Weird Al songs and loads of piss take versions of songs as well. Like parody songs. And that was one of them. I think it was called Grandpa is a Porn Star. Very vulgar, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, it was funny back then. 7-5. 12 goals, possibly the most in the series. Let's see if the Zamboni man is happy here. He's saying hello. There he is. That's what we want to see, regardless of the team he supports. Fantastic game, that one. Really enjoyed it. 3-0 up in the series. Is there a late spanner in the works, or are we going through 4-0? And we've not had a proper look in the last 3 or 4 videos, so here we go. We'll have a proper look at the goals and the assists. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, still up in the air who we're going to play against, Edmonton or Vancouver. Join me in the next video. More of this colossal masterpiece. Let me just get the mouse here. I'm using my touchpad on my laptop. And do you know, ladies and gentlemen, my touchpad, it's stopping working. I've had laptops since 2015. I've had about, this is my 3rd. And they tend to last 5, 6, 7 years before I get a new one. And something always goes in the 3rd year. That's when the wheels start falling off. By year 5, it's over. But in 6 months, I've got to go to Windows 11 and I've not got an external hard drive. Let me tell you, I'll be buying one specifically for that. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon.